Hello everyone, welcome to another segment of the Michigan Conservative Roundtable. I'd like to introduce to you the Muddy Mac here to my right. You all know TJ over here. We're going to take a minute to ask you to please like, share, subscribe. Mac and TJ are really trying to get this up to 1,000 subs, so you just smash that button somewhere down there. Really appreciate it. The one thing I wanted to bring up today, Mac has given me the helm here, is I don't know how many of you are in the know when it comes to the Second Amendment and how it's being stomped on as of right now. Congress has asked Joe Biden to actually back off of a UN global gun confiscation or registration for any firearms that are brought in outside of the U.S. It's bad enough that he has already tried to do a national registration, making it publicly known how many you have, what you have, and where you keep them. And now he wants to do this on a global issue. And like I said, Congress has already asked him to back off. For those, a lot of you don't know me, I'm a huge constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution 100%, especially the Second Amendment. I'm a very hard advocate for the Second Amendment. I believe it's our God-given right. And the fact that they're trying to tread on this is just appalling. Mac, you had the founding fathers on your bowling league, right? How do you think that they would react to this?
I don't think they'd like it. In fact, they took steps to prevent it by creating the Bill of Rights, which were meant to restrain the government, not the citizens. And I think TJ will agree with that. And it's the only, and this, I think TJ pointed this out in one of our very early videos. The Second Amendment is the only one that states its necessity.
Yes. Yeah. It's like it states, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, and then it says for the freedom. I forget the exact.
For the freedom of, for a free state.
Yeah. In other words,
necessity of a free state.
Necessity of a free state.
In other words, it doesn't. We'll go to the First Amendment. It doesn't necessarily say we have the right to peaceably assemble because the government gets out of control and we want to complain about it or something.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
It just states the right, whereas the Second Amendment states the right and the reason why that right is needed. And I did find that interesting.
Again, going to the restraint of the government, not of the people.
Yes, and the first 10 amendments is intended to restrain the government, not the people.
Like, this is what I don't understand is Kamala Harris has, Kamala, whatever the hell you pronounce her name anymore,
Kamala.
has come out blatantly and said that she is in support of a mandatory government buyback. How are you going to buy back something you have never owned or you never even sold to me?
It's a clear violation of our rights. And under what guise? Do people shoot each other? They shoot each other the most in the places where they allegedly don't have
gun-free
guns.
zones.
Gun-free zones, cities like Chicago and D.C., they have shootings on a daily basis. And they have the strictest gun control laws in the country.
I equate these mandatory gun buybacks as more of the tap in the shoulder. I'm daring you. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? And then when you respond, it'll be, see, I told you so.
See, I told you they want to just shoot people. I've had a handgun for 30 years, and now I have various rifles and a shotgun and so on and so forth. I've never shot anywhere but the range. I don't shoot people unless they give me a reason to.
Well, it's like with these, these taxes that they want to implement. Biden wants to tax any magazine that holds more than 10 rounds.
Yeah.
$200 tax on that. Well, hell, there's at least $7,000 for me.
Yeah.
Any firearm that holds more than 10 rounds, there's another $200 tax.
Yeah.
It's now you can't have, but just take a double barrel shotgun, shoot it in the air. That'll scare anybody off.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the leader of the free world, but you don't understand that that's an unlawful discharge.
Yes.
And what goes up has to come down.
Send a couple of blasts out. Shoot through the door, which is highly illegal.
Yeah.
In fact, a Dearborn man shot a drunk woman who was irate and banging on his door, wanting to use her phone. Through his door. He shot her through the door. Well, he went to prison because she was not an imminent threat with the door between them. So, yet you got the vice president at the time of the United States telling people to shoot through doors.
Yeah.
And Facebook had some fun with this because they had a bunch of memes of Biden with a shotgun, getting ready to shoot the Domino Pizza guy, the Girl Scout, the Jehovah Witnesses, anybody that might come to your door. Joe's ready to blow them away.
Now, it's like, he talks about, go ahead and just blast off a couple of rounds with a 12-gauge double barrel.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, my wife is, 5'4".
Yeah.
She is not going to be able to handle blasting off my 12-gauge.
Right.
Because I have, like I was telling TJ, I have a 12-gauge slug thrower for hunting below the rifle line.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", and the way it's set up, I can barely get my pad on the trigger.
Yeah.
There ain't no way she would be able to handle that.
Yeah. And it's irrelevant anyway. That, he says how much, they can't handle the recoil from an AR-15, which is plink, plink, plink.
I've seen
plink.
6-year-olds shoot them.
Yeah.
I think
Well, I don't want to know about that.
I've actually fired a round off my crotch, clearing out a jam. There is no recoil with those things. I have fired them one-handed. So I don't know what they're so afraid of with the big black scary gun.
Well, here, I think it comes down to this. It's really hard to control armed people. Who
Yes.
might say, what's the old saying? 2 wolves and a lamb taking a vote to see what's for lunch.
Yeah.
And the well-armed lamb contesting the vote.
There we go.
I think that was a Benjamin Franklin quote. Don't quote me on that quote because so many quotes on the internet are misinterpreted, and I wasn't there to hear Ben say it. So
Well, it was on Facebook, so it's got to be true.
yeah. Well, Lincoln did say you can't believe everything you see on the internet.
Right. Yeah, it's if anybody can comment down below what their ideas are. Like I said, with the fear of the AR platform in general, I don't understand how. I got into a debate with my mother about this, about the big black scary gun, when a 30-06 is deadly up to 5 miles. It's what snipers used in the military, whereas the AR-15 is literally a 22. It's a 223.
Right.
I don't understand. Well, it's the rate of fire. No, this is your rate of fire. How fast can I do this? It's that simple.
And even then, you can't do it too fast because you'll lose any kind of accuracy.
Yeah, you can't drop bead back on target. I wouldn't want a fully auto to begin with. It's a waste of ammunition. Yeah. And with the cost of ammunition nowadays, and Biden's already.
They want to control us completely, and you're not going to control an armed populace. This
An armed population is a polite population.
You know what? If they cared about people getting killed, and that's an argument for a lot of things, but people are dying. Well, what are they doing about it in Chicago? President Trump offered to send the National Guard in there and put an end to it. Oh, no, we don't want you in here. So how damn concerned are they about people getting killed? That's BS. They don't care about people getting killed. In fact, they love killing people.
Perfect example. Look what happened with the whole Chaz Chop thing up in Portland.
Yeah.
Once again, Trump offered to send in the National Guard, but this was supposed to be the summer of love. But yet, there was rapes, murders, thefts. Yeah, it's
Black people getting killed.
yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, their own security was carrying ARs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rules for thee and not for me. That's how it all eventually boils down to.
That's how the government operates now.
A slight correction here. Otherwise, someone's liable to call us out in the comments section. I think Chaz Chop was in Seattle.
Oh,
not
no.
Portland. So whoever wants to put that in the comments, have at it.
Yeah, I mean, they had something going on in Portland
You know
too.
what? It's northwest is northwest.
Yeah, it was all clustered.
Scumbags are scumbags.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else got anything else to add?
Nope.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Once again, Mac, TJ, come back soon. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.